Are PCC, pistol caliber carbines,
No.
I knew this. I already know the answer to this question. Are they obsolete in view of short-barreled rifles?
Before we get the opinion of the boomer, let me give you my opinion. No, PCCs are still valid, perfectly fine weapons. They have been since the 1920s, and they're going to continue to be so long as manufacturers see a need for there to be a pistol caliber carbine. And 9mm, 40, 45, 10mm, whatever. Alright? PCCs are here to stay. And I'm a guy that likes rifles. I like rifles. I like 223, I like 5.56, I like 308, I like 30-06. I like rifles. I'm just recently getting into shooting more handguns. But, you know, handguns, not, pistol caliber carbines or AR, AK pistols or any of that nonsense. Handguns. Handguns, okay? Not pistols. Let's get into this bit with the pistols.
The deal with it is, okay, a couple things need to be stated here, and I know that the people get excited. A pistol caliber is a pistol caliber no matter what barrel length you put a shit out of. And I said this on a regular daily every Monday morning when I worked for HK, when there was the big rant in 1986 for the MP5 submachine gun. I go, that's great, but I'm telling you now, the pendulum will swing back. It has. Everybody's going back to rifles, okay?
Now, I agree with Clint here about, people preferring rifles over handguns or pistol caliber weapons. I get it. I do. Handguns are self-defense weapons. They're personal defense weapons. They're weapons you carry on you. Pistol caliber carbines and AR pistols and AK pistols, they're not normally what you would expect to be a personal defense weapon. Very occasionally will I ever hear reports of anyone actually carrying weapons like those, like AK Dracos and AR pistols and Banshees, and when they do it, they're doing it to make a point. So at that, it's not much of a personal defense weapon as it is, a social political tool being used by morons on the streets to make a point that weapons aren't dangerous, so long as they're in the hands of the right people. Now, here's the bit that I disagree with Clint here, and it's coming up right now.
Now, the next thing I have to say, and I don't know who watches this or whoever, okay, but you all know that all this pistol stuff that you're sawing off and doing all this stuff too when you put in 223 and it has a little pistol-y stock, you do all know that that's cheating. Eventually that will come and haunt us. Just nut up and go like, hey, I got this, all right, and we all know what I'm going to do with it. Just don't go like, well, it's a pistol. It's not. It's an SBR.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you. Apparently, if I want to have an AR pistol in 5.56 or 223 or 300 blackout or God knows whatever caliber I want, I'm going to have to SBR it. I'm going to have to register it, and that weapon is going to have to be planted within the state that I'm living in, if the state even allows it to begin with. The thing is that you can go across state lines with AR pistols, AK pistols, or rifle calibered pistols. Okay? I mean, we've heard of pistol caliber carbines. Let's go with rifle calibered pistols. Okay? Legally defining, it's not a rifle. It's not a short barreled rifle. It's a pistol. Now, we can use logic and reason and say that anything's chambered and a rifle caliber and is in a small configuration is not a pistol or a rifle, but it's a short barrel rifle. Yeah, if we were using logic and reasoning, we would understand. But Clint, the thing about you saying that it's cheating, I thought the whole point of having a gun was to have the unfair advantage over your adversary. Say someone comes at you with a knife and you pull a gun and shoot them in the face 5 times. That's pretty unfair, isn't it? Some people would even call it cheating. But thank God that person is still alive, right, Clint? Thank God that person that had that weapon, no matter what configuration it is, no matter what design it is, no matter what the legal bullshit it is, thank God he still had it to begin with, right? Alright. Here's the thing about SBRs and pistols. Okay, so this is going to be the end of the video right here. I'm going to cut it right here. He goes on for a little while longer, but honestly, that's fruitless and has no bearing on anything I'm going to say next. SBRs are registered weapons. The government knows you have it. You pay a $200 tax stamp to a government who more than likely doesn't deserve your money. And on top of that, if you're of the people that believe that the government making you pay a tax stamp so you can practice a little freedom isn't freedom. On top of that, SBRs are kind of planted in the state they're registered in. And on top of that, you got to notify the ATF when that weapon is being moved. Let's say if you're going on a trip and you cross state lines because, for reasons, let's just say you do. Alright, let's say you got a pistol, an AR lower that's configured to be a pistol, and then you got a 10.5 inch, 11.5 inch upper. Alright, you got an SBR registered lower. That lower cannot leave that state. That AR lower, that's a pistol, and legally a pistol meets all the criteria. That can go across state lines because the law is stupid and doesn't make this distinction between handguns and pistols. Glocks are handguns. Pistols are a legal criteria of bullshit and litigation. Makes no sense half the time. But the thing I don't like about Clint is says, well, it's cheating. You damn right it is. You fucking ain't right it is. It is cheating. Fuck the rules. Alright? And on top of that, that you want people to register their weapons just so they can have a 11.5, 10.5, whatever, for an AR. Are you serious? You want them to register their weapons now? Because they need to nut up? Why isn't this guy retired yet? Seriously, who's still listening to this guy? I mean, after, 50-something years of working in the firearms industry, only just for it to be ruined just by saying those two things. Now, every single free-minded individual is going to be, well, that doesn't sound free at all. It sounds like you're kind of wanting me to register my weapons so I can have some semblance of freedom. But, oh, there's more caveats added to it. That weapon can't cross state lines, and I got to notify the ATF if it's ever going to cross state lines. Can you just imagine having to wait 2 to 3 weeks for the ATF to say, yeah, that you can go across state lines. We know where it's going. Alright, Clint Smith, if I'm ever going to make a bootlicker comment, I got to say, your voice is really scraggly and raspy from all that sucking on the dick you're giving the government on, huh? Fucking asshole.